If we took perceived items of luxury from premium SUVs and bundled them all up into one affordable package, I'd say this is what you would get. This is the Jaecoo J7, which has just been launched in Malaysia. There are two variants of it, two-wheel drive and all-wheel drive, and prices start from 139,000 ringgit. Let's have a look at it. This is a C-segment SUV, and the perceived luxury items on it would be this really large grille, the overall clean design of the body, and the electric pop-up door handles, which aren't really super necessary. I quite like it. I think it makes the car look a bit more premium, but what I don't like about the car is the red brake calipers and the fake exhaust tips. It just doesn't fit with the elegant look that the car is going for. Now from the side, this sloping roofline may look a little bit familiar, as it may remind you of a Range Rover. Now there's a pretty good explanation for that, and that's because Jaecoo is a sub-brand of Chery, and Chery has been working closely with Jaguar Land Rover for the past few years. In fact, Jaguar Land Rover exists in China as Chery Jaguar Land Rover, which is a 50-50 ownership between Chery and Jaguar Land Rover, or JLR. The latest development of this collaboration would be that Chery will use the old Defender name from Land Rover for a new sub-brand. Remember when I said there are two variants of the J7? Yes, that's the two-wheel drive and the all-wheel drive, but they're both powered by the same 1.6-litre turbocharged inline-4 engine. This makes 197 metric horsepower and 290 Newton-meters of torque. Surprisingly, the front-wheel drive does the 0 to 100 km sprint faster at 9.3 seconds compared to the all-wheel drive, which does it in 9.9 seconds. It's really hard to tell the all-wheel drive and two-wheel drive apart from the outside, except for the privacy glass, which is exclusive for the all-wheel drive variant. If the privacy glass was a way to tell the all-wheel drive apart from the two-wheel drive, inside you can tell them apart by the head unit. So I am in the two-wheel drive variant, and this head unit is 13.2 inches in size, while in the all-wheel drive it would be 14.8 inches instead. But not to worry, both of them get wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. And while we're here, let's just have a look at what the screen has to offer. So there's a map inside here, there's a built-in dash cam as well, which is pretty convenient. There's an all-view monitor or surround view monitor to make parking a bit easier, and there's also a pretty comprehensive set of vehicle controls. Even the driver's seat position can be adjusted via the screen. The next differentiator would be the number of driving modes. So in the two-wheel drive, there are only 3 driving modes: Eco, Normal and Sport, while the all-wheel drive gets a bit more off-road oriented driving modes such as mud and snow. All else, both the two-wheel drive and all-wheel drive are pretty much the same on the inside. They both get the same artificial leather upholstery. This passenger seat gets a Boss switch function right there. The steering wheel looks like something from a Volkswagen, but these here are not capacitive controls, but buttons instead. And the instrument cluster is a 10.25-inch screen. There's a wireless phone charger, 2 cup holders, a pretty decently sized armrest storage box, and what's a bit weird or maybe unique here is that this has a tissue box holder. So you can put the tissue box inside and pull the tissue out one by one. Pretty neat. I've never actually seen this in a car before. Now this cabin is also Land Rover inspired, but what I don't like about it is this door handle, which looks like you could put your hand in between it, but it's nothing. It doesn't function as a door handle. Instead, you'll have to use the usual lever right here. At the back, I would say that it is pretty spacious for its segment, and the cushion for the seats are actually really soft. Conveniences at the back include a USB-A port, USB-C port, armrest with 2 cup holders, and what I don't quite like would be the single aircon vent. One thing that may win you over in this segment would be its sunroof. It's a pretty large panoramic sunroof, quite nice actually. As expected of an SUV of this segment, the tailgate is powered, but I'll be honest with you, the boot space doesn't look too big. In fact, it's slightly over 400 litres only. What I do like about it is that both the two-wheel drive and all-wheel drive variants both get full-size spare wheels. For more information on the Jaecoo J7, head on to AutoBuzz.my.